Hello and welcome to my presentation on student dress code policy for Lincoln Middle School. Go Leopards! The law on student dress code states that the dress code should be approved by the Board of Education. Faculty, students, parents, and citizens should be involved in the formulation of these regulations. Dress code must be reasonable, and it also must be based on health, safety, and order. Dress codes must adhere to decency. Dress that is vulgar or violates other rights is not prohibited. At Lincoln Middle School, we expect our students to dress and have grooming that reflect high standards of personal conduct. Student attire should promote a positive, safe, and healthy atmosphere within the school. Student dress code should also address the needs and standards of the community with input from students, parents, faculty, and staff at the school. Students and their parents or legal guardians shall be aware of the individual student dress code and should conform to these requirements. The principals at Lincoln Middle School should enforce the dress code at all times. School dress code should be reviewed periodically with parents, teachers, and student group representatives to enlist their support and encourage pride and good taste. The guidelines for prohibited dress include student dress that may present a health or safety hazard, or one that violates state law or presents a potential disruption to the instructional program. Lincoln Middle School prohibits any attire or accessory that advertises, displays, or promotes any drug, including alcohol or tobacco, sexual activity, violence, disrespect, and/or bigotry toward any group. Lincoln Middle School encourages students to wear hats and caps while participating in outdoor activities. The hats and caps worn by students should not violate state laws, and they must follow what is prohibited by student dress code. Hats and caps shall not be worn while inside the building unless there are specific instructional, safety, religious, or medical reasons for the student doing so. Additional Lincoln Middle School dress policies include a photo ID that must be on the student at all times and must be shown if requested by staff personnel. No transparent or sheer material, no net or lace, and no spandex. No sleeveless clothing of any kind is allowed, and no clothing that is highly distractive, disruptive, or immodest. Uniform dress for musical performing groups. Lincoln Middle School has student dress in a uniform for performing musical groups for positive reasons. Parents should always be notified in advance of any uniform dress for musical performance during the school year. Total cost of the uniform shall not exceed minimal practical costs, and no student shall ever be excluded from the performing groups for not having the group uniform. The prohibited accessories at Lincoln Middle School include no chains, dog collar necklaces, metal balls, studded or spiked jewelry. No accessories are allowed that can be construed as a weapon. No sunglasses, hairnets, or bandanas. No riding on skin or clothing. And shoes must be worn at all times. Bedroom slippers are never allowed. High heels, sandals, and platform shoes are also highly discouraged. The acceptable attire for shirts and pants include shirts, collar-down polos or button-down, oxfords, turtlenecks, short or long sleeves, buttons or snap-downs, 5-pocket jeans, carpenter pants, painter pants, and capri pants. The prohibited attire is sleeveless shirts, shorts that are shorter than fingertip length when arms are fully extended, tight or revealing clothing, bra straps that show through clothing, logos on front, back, or sleeves, sweatpants, sweat shorts, bike shorts, athletic shorts, leggings, and swishy nylon pants or shorts. Examples of acceptable attire include the following: polos of any color, capri pants, and jeans. Clothing must fit comfortably and never be too large or too small. Examples of prohibited attire include sweatpants, slippers, shirts that promote bigotry or inappropriate messages, tight skin pants, and shoes that are not appropriate for the educational setting. The consequences for uniform dress code violations include the following. The first and second offense will be a written notification on a pink slip to be signed by the parent and returned back to the school. The third offense will be a referral to administration for a consequence. Upon this consequence, student will receive 3 days lunch detention. On the second administrative referral, the student will receive 5 days community service at the school. The third administrative referral will be 3 days of in-school suspension and parent notification. Remember, take pride in all you do and have personal responsibility in daily endeavors. Have a great day.